Let's stand if you're able to, and let's do some Tai Chi together, all right? Thank you guys for being here. This is awesome. So, starting out, taking the right hand, making a fist representing power. Left hand, fingers together, friendship, tucking in the thumb, humility. Fist into the palm, and we say, welcome. It's good to see you. All right, we're going to start with some deep breathing exercises. So, we're in that Wuji position. Feet shoulder, hip distance apart. Nice, gentle bend in the knees. Tucking in the tailbone, heads lifted by the silk thread. Make sure you have a bend in the knees. This is really important. You're activating your leg muscles when you do this. If you stand with your legs straight, all your weight's on your skeletal system. When you stand like this, now my muscles are working and supporting my body weight, okay? We're going to breathe from the belly. Inhale through the nose, belly expands. Exhale through the mouth, belly contracts, okay? So let's begin. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Push the hands in front of us next. Inhale to the heart and exhale. Inhale and exhale, nice and slow. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Inhale and exhale. Keep those shoulders nice and soft. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Arms over the head next. Inhale to the heart. Exhale, not forcing the shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Big, deep belly breath in. And long, slow breath out. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Arms to the side. Big, deep belly breath in. Pushing out on the palms, up on the fingertips. Feel the stretch in the arms. Inhale and exhale. Two more times. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Thank you, Kim. Inhale and exhale. This is the day before Kim's vacation. We can't make her work too hard, all right? Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Next, we're going to give a big hug. Big, deep belly breath in. Keep breathing in, opening up the arms. And then exhale, hands together, and float the hands down. Big, deep belly breath in. And long, slow breath out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Arms in the diagonals. Inhale to the heart. I'll be mirroring you. Left hand up, right hand down. Exhale. Inhale to the heart. Keep that upper body nice and straight. Exhale, right hand up, left hand down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Also, keep your head straight while you do this also. Inhale. Pause for just 1 second. Sometimes we have a tendency to kind of turn our head. We'll either turn the head or lean the head. Try and keep your head nice and straight, all right? Left hand up, right hand down. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to the heart. And then exhale, relax the hands down. Flap the arms like bird wings. Big, deep belly breath in. And then long, slow breath out. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale, nice and slow. And then exhale, relax the hands down. Lastly, we're going to gather chi. Big, deep belly breath in. And long, slow breath out. Inhale. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. And there you go. That's our deep breathing exercise. Is everybody good? Couple people, maybe? All right. I'm going to need that. All right. So one quick thing about the Wuji position. When you're standing in this Wuji position, if you're looking at it from the side, feet shoulder hip distance apart, nice gentle bend in the knees. As I tuck the tailbone, so the tailbone kind of bends out on us, and so we're pointing the tailbone towards the floor as I do this. I'm not over pronating my hips as I do this, so I'm not standing like this, but I'm standing like this. Okay? So don't over rotate your pelvis, but you want a slight turn in the pelvis. You're essentially pointing the tailbone towards the floor, and then the head is lifted by the silk thread. So head and shoulders are over the hips and over the legs. Okay. There is something the Chinese call our qua, which is the kind of the crease between your pelvis and your leg, this crease right here. And they talk about having this, your qua be nice and gentle. So you're not frozen with that qua, but you have it nice and gentle. All right. So when you're standing, you can practice this at home. You can try and work on that pelvis thrust because this doesn't feel quite right. You start feeling a lot of tension in the legs. And when you have the pelvis at the right angle, the legs relax. You can feel that relaxation on the legs. Okay. The other thing, I'm going to talk about it while we're here. So the other thing you can do, I always say this because I have 2 daughters. So I've given my daughters like this awesome advice all in their life, and they've never listened to it. Um, I'm sure I'm the only parent that's ever happened to, right? So the same thing happens with our feet. Our feet give us all kinds of good information, but we don't listen to it a lot of times. So if you're standing in the Wuji position, just for a moment, use your chairs as needed, but lean forward. This is like the only time I give you a chance to. If you lean forward, where do you start to feel pressure on your feet? On your toes, exactly. So now be gentle. Use your chair if you need to. Lean backwards. Where do you feel that pressure? On your heels. And if you listen to your body even more, like if you're leaning forward, not only do you feel pressure on your toes, but you'll feel pressure on your thighs and your bellies. The whole body starts to tighten up because it knows it's going into an unbalanced position. So your body automatically starts tightening up. Leaning backwards, you're going to feel it back of the legs, glutes, even the lower back. You'll start feeling that tenseness. So one of the things that you can do when you're standing in this Wuji position, again, you can practice this at home, work on that pelvis, that you've got that in the right position, but also work for the commonality or the What's the word I'm looking for? You're looking for like the center between the toes and the heels. You don't want all your weight forward. You don't want all your weight backwards. So you kind of rock back and forth, and you should feel the pressure on the ball. Yeah, the center, kind of on the ball of your foot. Um, there is a pressure point just behind the ball of the foot. It's behind the long toe, not the big toe, but behind the long toe, behind the ball of the foot. There is a pressure point that Chinese call a bubbling well. And you want to root that part of your foot to the ground. And so it's like right here. The ball of my foot would be here. It's right back here. And you kind of root that bubbling well to the ground. But if you listen to your feet, which sounds really weird, right? But if you listen to your feet will tell you exactly where your upper body is at. So if you're leaning forward, you're going to feel that on your feet. Okay. If you're leaning backwards, you're going to feel it on your feet. You can even start to feel like as you shift your pelvis, you'll feel that on your feet. Okay. So again, this is something you can practice at home, but it can help you with your posture and therefore help you with your balance. Okay. All right. Everybody excited? You get a week off next week, so you don't have to see me next week. You guys should be wearing party clothes and everything. So, all right, warm up exercises starting with the neck. Chin tuck exercise, looking straight ahead, keeping the chin nice and level. From that Wu-Ji position, float the hands up in front of us. Hands to the chest, tucking in the chin, looking straight ahead. Hands come out, chin gently floats up. And then we sink the chin to the chest without leaning forward. Again, float the hands up in front of us. Hands to the chest, tucking in the chin, looking straight ahead. Hands come out, chin gently floats up. And then we sink the chin down to the chest. One more time, float the hands up in front of us. Hands to the chest, tucking in the chin, looking straight ahead. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and then we sink the chin down to the chest. Beautiful. That's our first neck exercise. Next neck exercise, looking side to side. Work on keeping your head straight so I'm not leaning my head to the side, but I'm rotating my head to the side, okay? Prayer hand position. Tai Chi ball, right hand is on top. Right hand is on top. Watch the left hand going over the left shoulder, looking left, pushing down on the right hand. And come back to center. Make sure you're turning that neck as you do this. Tai Chi ball, now the left hand is on top. Left hand's on top. Watch the right hand going over the right shoulder, looking right, pushing down on the left. And come back to center. Tai Chi ball, right hand's on top. Left hand, left shoulder, look left, push down right, look off into the distance, not down at the hand. Come back to center, nice. Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top. Watch the right hand going over the right shoulder, looking right, pushing down left. And come back to center. One more time because we're having so much fun. Tai Chi ball, right hand's on top, left hand, left shoulder, look left, push down on the right. Come back to center. Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top. And watch the right hand going over the right shoulder, look right, push down on the left. And come back to center, back to prayer hands, relax the hands down. Forward shoulder circles next. We're going to bring our shoulders back, then up, then forward without leaning forward and down. Keep looking straight ahead, shoulders back, up, forward, and down. Beautiful. Shoulders back, up, forward, and down. Now reverse. Keep looking straight ahead. Don't look down at that ground. Keep looking straight ahead. Logo makes a really good place to look if you're in the right position. Shoulders forward, then up, then back. and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Excellent. You guys look so excited today. I can just feel the energy coming off of you. All right, gathering chi, our next exercise for our shoulders. You're going to imagine someone is gently pulling at your wrist. The Chinese call it reaching for infinity. So we're gently reaching out, reaching up, opening, expanding the body. And then relax the hands down. Once again, gently reaching out, reaching up, and relax the hands down. Make sure you're in that Wuji position, plenty of space between your feet. Gently reaching out, reaching up, and relax the hands down. Beautiful. So one of the things I want you to do is get in the habit of standing in the Wuji position. So this is while you're at home, in the grocery store, standing in line at the Department of Motor Vehicles, whatever you got to do. I want you to come back to standing in this Wuji position. So we should have, if you take your two fists and put them together, you should have that amount of space between your feet, which is about that amount, okay, for me. All right, everybody's going to be a little different, right? But if you're standing narrower than this, you're making yourself top heavy, which is compromising your balance, okay? Wide base, more stable, right? So you can even stand a wider. I tend to stand just a little wider, but wider is better. Wider base, more stability, okay? But when you stand like this or like this, you're putting your balance at risk, okay? So from the Wuji position, next exercise, touching heaven and earth, opening, expanding the body vertically, floating the head towards the ceiling, not looking towards the ceiling, but I float my head towards the ceiling and I open and expand the spine, okay? Prayer hand position, left hand up, right hand down, gently stretching that spine, floating the head towards the ceiling. And come back to center, nice and slow. Right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching the spine. And come back to center. Left hand up, right hand down, keeping my good posture, floating that head towards the ceiling. Come back to center. Right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching the spine. And come back to center. Keep looking straight ahead. Left up, right down, stretching that spine. Come back to center. And right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching that spine. And come back to center. Back to prayer hands. Relax the hands down. Give you a hint on that exercise. If you breathe during the exercise, will work even better for you. Because when we're trying to expand and stretch the body, if you hold your breath, it's really hard because your muscles start clamping, tightening up. So if you exhale, that allows you to expand even more. Okay, so you're as you're reaching this position, like the apex of this position, you breathe out and stretch that spine. Okay. Yes. Oh, you didn't have a question? You're just following. Yeah. No, thank you. All right. Next lower spine exercise. Try to keep the hips square to the front, just turning the navel from the left to the right. Okay? So, prayer hand position. Tai Chi ball, left hand's on top. Try to not move the hips, but move the navel. So I turn gently to the left. Stay on the left as I turn the ball over, right hand's on top, and then gently turn to the right. This helps build core strength. Inhale the ball over, left hand's on top, gently turn to the left. Stay on the left side as you turn the ball over, right hand's on top, and gently turn to the right. Try to keep the ball lined up with the navel as you do this. Turn the ball over, left hand's on top. Gently turn to the left. Stay on the left side as you turn the ball over. Right hand's on top and gently turn to the right. And then we turn the ball over. We come back to center and relax the hands down. Nice, very nice. All right, guys having fun now? Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to guess the purple is your favorite color. I'm just going out on a limb. Just oh yeah. All right, so leg strengthening exercise next. Um, Concentrate on keeping your body straight, keeping your knee bent. So the leg that has the weight on it, you want to bend that knee. Also, try to relax the foot. We were talking earlier about listening to our feet. Sometimes when balance is compromised, our foot kind of claws the ground. And instead of clawing that ground, we want to relax that foot, push down on that bubbling well or the ball of your foot, and that will kind of spread the toes out and relax the foot a little bit. Okay? All right. So I weight shift to the left, bend in the left knee, right foot, cat stance. Tap right toe to the front, empty. And cat stance. Right foot to the side, no weight on it, keep all your weight left. Cat stance. And then touch right toe behind us, keep plenty of space between your feet. So make sure you step wide, all right? And back to the cat stance and back to Wu-Ji. Pause for 1 second. So when I talk about stepping wide, imagine your feet are on railroad tracks at this point. So when you step backwards, you don't want to step between the tracks and definitely not on the same track. Don't even want to step on the opposite track. You want to step a little wider, okay? And if you listen to your body will tell you exactly what you're doing. Again, we need to learn to listen to our body because if I step narrow, my body's going to be like trying to find its point of balance and be, trying to figure that out. If I step wide, my body stays nice and calm. It becomes easy to do. All right. All right. Other side, weight shifts right, bend in the right knee, left foot, cat. Tap left toe to the front, empty. And cat stance. Left foot to the side, empty. And cat stance. Try and keep all that weight right. And then left foot behind us. Plenty of space between the feet. And cat stance. And then back to Wu-Ji, Simon says. All right. All right. Any questions on that exercise? Or any of the exercises? All right. So let's have a seat. We're going to do a few seated exercises, but I also want to share something with you. All right. Okay. So when I was studying with reshift now. There we go. So a couple months ago, I studied with Dr. Yang, and I was reading a little bit while I was on my vacation. And he said something I thought was very interesting. He said, in order for your Tai Chi training to be effective, you need both yin and yang to make it work. So yang energy is actually doing the physical exercise, but the yin energy, Alan's not here today, but some of you know Alan tends to ask a lot of questions, but he asked some very good questions. about energy. And that's the yin side of learning. And so you don't want your training to be all physical. You don't want it to be all reading books. Like Dr. Yang said, if all you do is read, that's not helping your Tai Chi. But likewise, if you just do the physical exercise and don't know the reasoning behind it, that doesn't help you either. So your best exercise is the yin and yang. You get both sides. So in that effort, this was given to me by one of my students on a Monday. It was non-Parkinson's class, but I thought this was important enough to read to everyone. So this is from the Harvard Medical School, which has done a lot of good research with Tai Chi. It's one of the few American institutions that does a lot of good research. There's 2 books out they put out about Tai Chi. So this is entitled "A Sharper Mind, Tai Chi Can Improve Cognitive Function." It's 4 paragraphs, so I'm going to share it with you. Up until 2 decades ago, it was believed that your brain only produced new cells in early life. But research has shown the brain has the ability to change throughout your entire lifespan, growing new cells, making new connections, even increasing in size. These changes can improve your cognitive function, and various forms of exercise, including Tai Chi, can help. In a meta-analysis, so for those of you that aren't aware, a meta-analysis is taking several studies that are done and they look for the commonality between those studies. There are so many studies out now. Like when I started 20 years ago, there was probably 30 or 40 studies out about Tai Chi. Now there are well over 500 studies out 20 years later about Tai Chi. So a meta-analysis is looking for the commonality between those. So in a meta-analysis of 20 studies on Tai Chi and cognition, Tai Chi appears to improve executive function, the ability to multitask, manage time, and make decisions in people without cognitive decline. In those with mild cognitive impairment, Tai Chi slowed the progression to dementia more than other types of exercise and improve cognitive function in a comparable fashion to other types of exercise or cognitive training. In one study, researchers had nearly 400 Chinese men and women with some cognitive impairment perform either Tai Chi or stretching and a toning program 3 times a week. After a year, the Tai Chi group showed greater improvements, and only 2% of that group progressed to dementia, while 11% of the traditional exercise group did. Think about that. That's a 9% swing. That's a 9% swing. That's huge. I'm sorry? 400 Chinese men and women. Let me see. And it was 400 Chinese men and women after a year doing Tai Chi 3 times a week. Pardon me? No, no, for amazing results, really amazing results. In another study, Tai Chi outperformed walking following 40 weeks of either Tai Chi, walking, social interaction, or no intervention. Researchers compared MRI images and discovered that the brain volume increased most in the Tai Chi group. In addition, that group also performed better on cognitive tests. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing. It really speaks to the physical and mental aspect of Tai Chi. Um, my cynical side of me. Okay, this is my cynical side. If pharmaceuticals had a pill that could increase your brain volume, because I mean this is showing up on an MRI. So if pharmaceuticals had a pill that could increase brain volume or increase your cognitive function, you would hear about it on every network for well over a week, and everybody would be taking the pill. Um, this has been done with Tai Chi. And this is not a new phenomena, but that pill is Tai Chi. That pill to help you with cognitive function is Tai Chi, and it doesn't cost you much at all. In fact, it doesn't. This class is free through the APDA. So there was a similar study. I know some of you are familiar with it. Some of you may not be. It was done before COVID. I think it was 2019, 2018, with people with Alzheimer's disease. And so again, with an MRI, you can track the brain's progress, and the brain under Alzheimer's disease, it will start to shrink. So they took 90 men and women with Alzheimer's disease, had a control group, had a Tai Chi group. So if you could get the brain to stop shrinking, that would be huge, right? That would be huge news. So the group that did Tai Chi, not only did their brain stop shrinking, but it started expanding once again. That's absolutely huge. So um, again, I so quick story. One of my students was a nurse, and oh, I'm sorry, one of my students went to visit the doctor's office. She was not a nurse. She went to visit the doctor's office, and the nurse was asking her questions. You know, the typical, how much do you drink every week or every day? Blah blah blah. You know, any pains, any aches. So she said, "How's your balance?" And my student said, "Oh, my balance is great. I do Tai Chi." And the nurse said, "Oh, really? I need to get me some of that." And then went back to taking her notes. And she was like, "Yeah, it's not a pill, really." Yeah, yeah, chai tea. If you're dyslexic, yeah. Anyway, yes, sir. Yes, or if you want to, I can make that available. You can take a picture of it with your phone. Um, so again, that's from the Harvard Research Group. So it's not like a fly-by-night look at, cognitive function. That really makes a difference. All right. Any questions? Any other good question, by the way? So if anyone wants a picture of it, that would be awesome. All right, let's do. Yes, ma'am. Hmm. Yes, belly breathing. So the way that works is, in general, um, so it's best to learn the physical moves first, because if we try to learn the physical moves and breathing simultaneously, it gets way too confusing, and people will start to give up if that happens because it can be too confusing. But every movement in Tai Chi has a gathering of energy and a delivering of energy. So as you gather energy, you breathe in, and you deliver energy, you breathe out. Think of like pushing a car. When you're delivering that energy, you breathe out, pushing the car. And like right before it, you then push the car. So same thing with every movement that we do. There's a gathering of energy and a delivering of energy. So for instance, the chin tuck, you would inhale the hands up, exhales, you tuck in the chin, inhale and exhale. And then the next one, you would inhale the hands up and exhale, inhale, and exhale. Obviously, you do it much slower than that. But you're best to learn the physical moves first and then add the breathing on. But you can look at each exercise and you can pretty much see gathering and the delivering of energy. If you have problems with that, I can help you with that also. But that's the real power of Tai Chi. When you're able to take that gathering of energy, delivering of energy, you make that into a moving meditation, and that really becomes the power for Tai Chi. And that's why we do meditation here on Friday. But if you're able to take the physical moves we do and start doing a moving meditation, you can get both accomplished at the same time, also, which is a real beauty of Tai Chi, also. All right, good question. Nice question. Thanks. All right. So hip exercises side to side. So when we sit Tai Chi style, we sit up on the edge of the chair, feet flat on the floor, and 90-degree bend between the upper and lower leg. Rock forward on the pelvis. Head is lifted by the silk thread. So we're not sitting back on our pelvis, we're rocking forward on the pelvis. So turn to the right hand side of your chair. We're going to do the side to side hip exercise. So we start out with the prayer hand position, push to the right, open up that left leg, keep the knee directly above the ankle as you do this. And come back to center. Push against the right side, open up the left leg, stretching the hip. And back to center one more time. Push right, open up left leg, keep the knee above the ankle as you do this. And come back to center. Relax the hands down and turn to the left hand side of the chair. Other side, same thing. Prayer hand position, push against the left side and open up the right leg. Keep that knee above the ankle. And come back to center. Push left, open up right, right leg. And come back to center. Pardon me, one more time. Push left, open up right. And come back to center and relax the hands down. Turn back to the center and shake your legs loose. Good job. All right, next hip exercise. 2 motions with the leg, lifting the leg up, pushing the leg down. Keep your back straight, keep your body straight. It helps to think that you're lifting your head at the same time you lift your knee. All right? I can see by your smiles you guys are ready to go. So, hands down at the side, lifting the left leg up, hands behind us, keep the back straight, and relax. Hands in front of us, push down on the left foot, like you're trying to drive it through the floor. Push, 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 and relax. Lift the left leg up, hands behind us, and relax. And then hands in front of us without leaning forward, pushing down on that left foot. Hard as you can, push, 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 and relax. Yes. Yeah, well, you'll feel your muscles clamping, but yeah, you'll feel it in the hips also. Exactly, which is exactly why we're doing it. One more time, lift the left leg up, hands behind us, and relax. And then push down on the left foot, hands in front of us. Push, 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 and relax. Other side. Lift the right leg up, hands behind us, and relax. And then hands in front of us, push down on the right foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. Lift the right leg up, hands behind us. Hold the right knee to the chest, keep the back straight, and relax. Hands in front of us, push down on the right foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. One more time, lift the right leg up, hands behind us, and relax. Hands in front of us, push down on the right foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. Beautiful. Shake those legs loose. So, I teach at the Jewish Community Center. I teach both group exercises and I do something, I teach in their adult daycare. So one of my students from the group exercise came over to volunteer to help with with everybody, both in the in program, and the older adult program. And so she was used to doing standing exercises. And she came over to volunteer, and we were doing all seated exercises over at the adult daycare yesterday. So we got done with, we were about a little over halfway of the seated exercises. And I said, so Sally, I said, what do you think of standing next to seated? And she said, seated is a lot harder. So just because you're seated doesn't mean I'm taking it easy on you. In some ways, making it a lot harder. We're really working on your core. And when we stay seated like this. So don't think I'm giving you a break. I shouldn't have outed myself, I guess, huh? All right. Heel kick next. 4 motions. Lift, kick, lift, float the foot down. Keeping the back straight, keeping the body straight. The real power of this exercise is lifting the leg and not leaning back or leaning to the side. Okay? and we're going to punch out the opposite hand. Again, that's that cognitive function, that brain work there. All right? So hands loosely gripped at the belt line. Pick up the left leg. Heel kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, let it hover there, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out the left fist. Pick up the right leg, let it hover, and float the foot to the ground. Pick up the left leg, heel kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out the left fist. And pick up the right leg, let it hover there, and then float the foot to the ground. One more time. Sit up nice and straight and tall. I love it. The whole room gets taller when I do that. It's fun. Pick up the left leg, heel kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out the left fist. And then pick up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. Shake your legs loose. Good job. So again, you don't realize how many muscles you use. So this is why we want to hydrate, especially it's getting a little warmer today. So make sure when you're done that you spend the day hydrating, okay? Then have your glass of wine or highball or beer or whatever you want, okay? But make sure you get plenty of water, especially on warmer days like this, okay? All right, toe kick. Same thing we just did. Only difference is we're doing a toe kick. So I'm pointing out on my toe instead of up on the toe. Everything else is still the same. Keep the back straight, keep the body straight, keep smiling like a kid in a candy store. All right? Hands loosely gripped at the belt line. Pick up the left leg, toe kick left, punch out, right fist. Pick up the left leg and float the foot to the ground. Keep that back nice and straight. Pick up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out the left fist. Pick up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. Nice. Pick up the left leg, toe kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out left fist. And then pick up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. One more time. Sit up nice and straight and tall. Pick up the left leg, toe kick left, punch out right. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out left. And then pick up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. Shake those legs loose. Good job. All right. Any questions on those exercises? Heel kick. Good exercise for you to do. If you notice, both of those studies, I forget if they talked about the frequency. I think it was 2 times a week. It may have been 3 also. The one was 3 times a week. That's 3 times a week, not 1 time a week that you're doing Tai Chi, right? So if you're just here on Friday, think, well, maybe I should do it on Sunday or Monday and then again on Wednesday before you get back here. That heel kick is a great exercise to do. That helps build leg strength. If you find yourself having trouble getting in and out of a chair, that heel kick exercise can help you with that. Good seeing you. Do we have Brett out there? Okay, no problem. Have a great holiday. All right, ankle exercise next. We're going to do that from the seated position. Left foot, touch heel, and then toe. Heel and toe. Try to not move the leg, move the ankle. Heel and toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, and toe. Other side, right foot, heel and toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. One more time, heel and toe. That's the other exercise you want to do. Simple exercise, right? Very important though. Don't let its simplicity fool you. It's a very good exercise for your legs. Okay? Oh, most definitely. Exactly. And a neuro movement I'm learning. I'm going to learn how to talk during vacation. So, a movement disorder specialist um, told you Tai Chi starts usually in the ankles and the wrist. So you want to keep your ankles flexible. Want to keep your wrist flexible also. Okay. Second ankle exercise: left foot, little toe, and big toe. Outside, inside, little toe, and big toe. Other side, right foot, little toe, big toe. Outside, inside, little toe, and big toe. And back to center. Yes. Yeah. 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 This is usually easier than this and more flexibility here and here. But that doesn't mean you don't keep trying with it, right? Make sure you're not putting weight on your foot. So as I touch little toe and big toe, I don't have any weight because you don't want to put pressure on those tendons as you're stretching. Okay. All right. Couple more exercises, then we're going to do our meditation. So again, just learn these from Dr. Yang just a few months ago. So first exercise, we're going to try and maintain our straight body, but we're going to rotate to the left and then rotate to the right. So I'm not leaning to the left and leaning to the right, but I'm turning and rotating from one side to the other. All right. If you're able to put your hands over your head, that's awesome. You're going to give you a little bit more stretch, but do what your body's able to do. Okay. So interlace the fingers together, hands in front of us, and then bring the hands up over the head and then turn to the left, stretching the torso. Don't force it. Nice and gentle, nice and gentle. And come back to center. Pause in the center and then turn to the right. Again, nice and gentle. Don't force it and come back to center. To the left, rotating the body, turning around the spine and come back to center. And then we turn to the right. Feel the stretch in the torso and back to center. Again, not forcing it, nice and gentle. To the left and back to center and then to the right. And back to center and relax the hands down. It's amazing how tired your hands can get, right? All right. So the next exercise, we're going to do leaning to the left and now leaning to the right. We're trying to flex our spine side to side as we're doing this exercise. All right. So stay in your comfort zone, stay in your chair. Don't fall out of your chair. But as we lean to the left, you should feel a stretch in your torso, in your rib cage. Okay. And we're going to do it with hands over the head again if you're able to. So interlace those fingers together. We bring the hands up over the head and then we lean to the left. Nice and gentle, listen to your body and come back to center. Pause in the center and then lean to the right. And come back to center. Lean to the left. And back to center. It's important to come back to center and pause because this is the position you want your body to remember. And then to the right, stretching the torso out. Beautiful. One more time to the left. And come back to center and then to the right. And back to center. And then relax the hands down. Amazing how that feels on the shoulders. All right, how'd that feel? All right. So one more exercise. So we've worked our spine left and right. Now we need to work it forward and just a little bit to the back also. So we're going to rotate our lower spine by leaning forward, kind of arching the back, and then moving back up, we're looking towards the ceiling and arch that back, okay? Now, be careful with this. We're gonna work both the lower and the upper spine. The spine around the rib cage doesn't have a whole lot of flexibility in this area, right? But our lower spine and upper spine do. We wanna be careful with our neck. So as we're doing this, we're arching the back and we're looking up towards the ceiling, but don't push back on your neck. You want to be very, very gentle with the neck. You have a lot of things going on in your neck. So you want to be very gentle with that, okay? And to help the neck as you lean forward, you're going to look down right between your feet and kind of arch the back, okay? Now, something that can help you with this, if you put your hands on your knees, as you're straightening up from this point, you can use your arms to kind of push you up. And you want to pause in this neutral position. Again, you want your body to learn this neutral position. So you automatically come back to it. Okay? Got all that? Gentle. Okay? Everybody gentle. So I'm going to look down between my feet. I'm going to arch the back, leaning forward in my chair, and then come back up to the neutral position, looking straight ahead. You're going to pause and then arching the back, looking up, staying gentle. And then we come back to the neutral position once again. Arching the back, looking down between the feet. And we come back to the neutral position, looking straight ahead. And then arching the back, looking up, nice and gentle on the neck. And come back to center. Pause one more time. I look forward and down between my feet. I'm arching the back. And then I come back to neutral. And then arching the back, looking up. I have to think of a different word other than arching. And then come back to center, back to neutral. All right. How'd you guys like that? Helps that spine kind of flex a little bit, right? Dr. Young's theory is that when we move from an agricultural society to an industrial society, we don't spend a lot of time flexing our spine. You think about like gardening or chopping at wood or any kind of exercise like that, we're using our spine a lot. And now in an industrial society, we sit in the chair on the computer. And so we're not flexing that spine as much. So he believes that this curling motion is really important, especially for people with Parkinson's disease. Okay, so that's why we've incorporated that. All right, let's go. I'm going to move your chair if you don't mind. Let's try some meditation. We've worked our body. Now let's work our mind. Okay, so one of the hardest things to do with meditation is to keep your mind focused on meditating, because as soon as we quiet our mind, all these other thoughts want to start coming in. Oh, I got to fix the car. I'm going on vacation next week, so I need to do, I have this whole list of things I need to do before I go on vacation. So it's hard to get our mind to stop doing that. But that's exactly what we're supposed to do with meditation. Um, so, if you have a thought go in your mind, just let it go out the other side, right? Don't capture it. Just let it float on by and bring your focus back to your breathing each time. Okay? Any questions about that? All right. So sitting up nice and straight and tall. Use the back of your chair if you need to. I want to make sure you are comfortable. Take a big, deep belly breath in. And then as we breathe out, clear your mind of any thoughts. Once again, big, deep belly breath in. And as we breathe out, we're cleansing our mind of any thoughts. Let's do that one more time. Long, slow, deep belly breath in. And as we breathe out, clearing the mind of any thoughts. Now let's start with our feet. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. And as we breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through your feet, relaxing your feet. Let's do that again. Inhale, filling our lungs with air. And exhale, breathing out through the feet, relaxing our feet. On to the legs. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. And then as we breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through your legs, relaxing your legs, relaxing the upper leg, relaxing the lower leg. Again, inhale, filling the lungs with air. Exhale, breathing out through the legs, relaxing our legs. Onto the hips. Take a big, deep belly breath in. As we breathe out, we're breathing out through our hips. So you're relaxing all the muscles in your hips, relaxing your bottom. Inhale, filling the lungs with air. Exhale, breathing out through the hips. And for the sake of time, we're going to go right to that inner stomach, inner belly. So big, deep belly breath in. And as we breathe out, you're trying to breathe out through that inner stomach. That feeling that you get in the pit of your stomach when something isn't going right, that's the area you're locating. And you're trying to relax that area. Inhale, big, deep belly breath in. Exhale, breathing out through the lower stomach, inner stomach, releasing your anxiety, releasing your tension. And let's do that one more time. Take a big, deep belly breath in. And then as we breathe out, we're breathing out through that inner stomach. You're relaxing the intestines, relaxing the stomach, releasing your anxiety. Tell you what, let's do that one more time. Big, deep belly breath in. And as we breathe out, we're breathing out through the inner stomach, relaxing our inner stomach. And for the sake of time, we're going to have to end there right now. But look how relaxed you guys are. Just in that short period of time. Look at how relaxed your body is. And we're in a Parkinson's class. I don't know how many people are here, 15. I don't see any tremors right now. Pretty amazing. So, by the way, one of my Parkinson's friends who does meditation, her faith is Christian. There is an app that she uses when she's at home every day called Abide, ABIDE. It's that's not a free app. I think they charge you. Lights turning on. If you need to leave, go ahead. If I think it's like $5 a month, $6 a month, something like that, and it's kind of Christian-oriented meditation. But she finds it very effective for her. And that's called Abide, ABIDE. Okay. There are some meditation apps that you can get on your phone, like Apple phone has the Calm app. I don't think they're charging for that one right now. There's also called Buddhify. Well, it's around Buddha. He was one of the people who, the Buddhism. Actually, I know a place in St. Louis. If someone's interested, they can talk to me afterwards. On Saturday at 10:30, he runs a meditation web, kind of like a Zoom that you can do. That happens here in St. Louis if you want to do that. But there's Buddhify, and there's something starting. It was Mind. Pardon me?
Smiling.
I never heard of that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, there you go, Smiling Mind. So there's a couple apps for you to help you meditate. Many different types of meditation. We're doing a progressive relaxation. I find that's best for people with Parkinson's. So, and we just had to cut it short today, and I'm still running long. So my apologies for keeping you over. Have yourselves a great week next week. Have a great July 4th. I know as a country we don't all agree on everything, but hey, that's okay. We still live in the greatest country in the world. So, and thank you to the men and women who have provided us that freedom that we have today. Okay. Have a great week. I'll see everybody in 2 weeks. If you need to take a picture of that study, take care of yourselves. All right. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. Okay. Thanks.